First of all, of course, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The festive period is one in which we come together as families, as communities, to strengthen our common bonds, to reflect on our many blessings as well as challenges, and recharge for the year again. But it's also a time for reflection and for thought about the future, not least as we enter a new decade. 2019, in keeping with much of the last decade, has been a year of profound volatility in our politics in the UK, but also in much of the world. In Britain, we just had a general election. Prime Minister Johnson has secured a majority to deliver Brexit, and there will be a huge debate about the future shape and role for the UK in the world, and that's still to be decided. After the worst defeat for 80 or 90 years, the Labour Party, and with it the shape of progressive politics in the UK, faces some existential questions. But in a sense, all of these challenges that we face in the UK, nationally and globally, are a microcosm for those facing the West more generally. The next decades are going to be transformational in geopolitical terms. Between now and 2030, the size of the Chinese economy will more than double, becoming the world's largest and overtaking the US. Over the same period, India is projected to rise from the 7th biggest economic power to the 3rd, followed by Japan. Increasingly, we in Europe will find ourselves moderately sized countries in a geopolitical picture dominated by a handful of giants. Actually, only the UK and Germany, possibly France too, will remain in the top 10 by 2030. In terms of population, the picture is even starker. By the end of this century, 5 of the top 10 countries will be African, with the US the only Western country making the list. This will all have profound changes for the West. How a country like the UK projects itself in the world and pursues its national interest will look and feel quite different. It will mean a radical shift in how we use technology, harnessing its full potential, both in terms of government and in improving the lives of citizens. It will mean setting out and showing the political center ground has the radical but still deliverable ideas to recapture the agenda from populism of left and right. And it will also mean thinking more strategically about our alliances and how we work collaboratively across national boundaries to defend our global collective interests. These changes will, of course, also have important implications for the developing world. This is about how they reform and improve their systems of governance, how they meet the challenge not only of delivering economic growth, but doing so in the context of rapidly expanding populations, and how countries meet these challenges collectively makes up the work of the Institute. Helping leaders around the world deliver progressive reform for their people, in particularly by harnessing the full potential of technology and adapting to, not rejecting, the rapidly changing nature of our world. So we come to the end of a turbulent decade, which has seen the rise of nationalism and populism on a scale unimaginable 10 years ago. And there is, therefore, some sense of crisis in our system in the West. But, as I think John F. Kennedy once remarked, in Chinese, the word crisis is made up of 2 characters, one for danger, the other for opportunity. I'm still an optimist. I can see the opportunity. I see no reason why the 2020s can't be a decade in which the balance shifts back to those with an open mind who want to see progressive and practical policy change accompanied by a global system in which we coexist more peacefully, working together to tackle common challenges such as climate change. So ensuring we meet all these challenges will not be easy, but it's the task of our age and what we work on here. So again, from me, from Cherie and all my family, I wish you all and your families a great Christmas and every success for the year and indeed the new decade ahead.